CropStop.com, and today I was cleaning and purging because you know it's a new year, and I found some goodies I haven't used for a while and decided, you know what, I'm going to get these out and use them, and let's just play with everything. So here's what I've got. I pulled out my Tim Holtz movers and shapers, and this one is called the Vintage Fan and Globe. I'm going to actually use the globe, this right here. And you know, when you use these, let me just remind you in case you've forgotten, because you know I almost did. You need the tray. Now I'm going to show you my tray. I have used it so much that the adhesive it's pops out of there, but it still works just fine. So I'm not going to worry about it, and I'm not going to replace it. So the way that works is that you're going to put your die in there, and it's magnetic. So that goes in there, and I forgot to bring a hunk of paper, but nonetheless, you would put, let's say, your paper there. And then I put a B plate under and a B plate over, and you run that through your Cuttlebug. It works beautifully. Now let me remind you, if you use a really big piece of paper and you don't cut it down to size, this came with a little spacer right here, and you would just place your little spacer so that your paper doesn't crimp and leave you an ugly little piece there. So that's how you use this. In case you've forgotten, I thought I'd remind you. Alright, so here's what I'm going to do. Oh, let me show you what else I'm using. Then I found these embossing folders, and they were still in the package. I don't know what I was thinking. It's called the Air Mail and Compass Set, and I loved it. Check that out. Isn't that too stinking cool right there? And then here's this one with all of the different postage markings on there, like it's Air Mail and a USA stamp and a flag, and I love the finger pointing. I even have the die cut. Tim Holtz has a die cut that has that finger pointing. I like that. So anyway, I used that, and here's what I did. I took a piece of craft paper, and I used the compass, and I embossed it. Okay, so let's say we did that. Then I brought in my Memento Rich Cocoa ink and one of my sponge applicators from a long time ago, because it's always been the brown one. You lightly do this, and then I would use my craft mat, which is underneath my cutting mat right now, and you just come in from the outside, as you remember, and go all the way around. And that's how I colored that up. Alrighty. Then I have a piece of just chocolate. You like that word? Chocolate. There's my card base. It's an A2 size card, and I'm using my Score Buddy, and right where the little asterisk is, that's where you're going to score it, and then you fold it, and there's your little bone folder. If you don't have this little guy, you got to get it. It's the best thing ever. Alright, so that's some of the tools I used. Oh, wait a minute. I used this. Here's my little ring of all my little doodaddies, and I used, this is Tim Holtz's little paper, I forget what he called this thing. I call it the paper rougher. I don't know what it's really called. You know me. Names really don't mean anything. I just know what they do. But all you do is you just distress tool. I bet it's called a distress tool. That just came to me. So I distressed all the edges all the way around there. Alright, so then what I'm going to do, make sure that you get the north going north. Where's my adhesive? Here it is here. And I'm going to put my adhesive. Put a piece in the center. And I'm going to do it a little extra only because I find that when I emboss my paper, sometimes if you don't have a lot of adhesive, it really doesn't want to stay. It pops off on the corners. And I'm just going to kind of eyeball that, line her up like so. And then on my computer, get this little guy, I typed out, "You mean the world to me." And I think I might keep this close at hand because Steve's birthday is coming up. And I might just do that. And actually, oh, you know what I wanted, I don't know if I can get that off. Oh, I can. I wanted to use my stapler on there because I haven't used my little tiny attacher lately. And I thought that would look kind of cool, and it does. I kind of wanted to crisscross it, but I didn't quite make it on that one. So there you are. So that is just for decoration. No real purpose in the world. Alright, let me stick that back on there. See, that came off awfully easy. I may have to pull out my ATG gun and use a different adhesive, but we'll see if that one sticks. Okay, so there's my card base thus far. Now let me bring back in my little paint glue stick. And what I want to do is I want to use the gray for my background, and I'm going to glue on my little continents so that the gray kind of gives you the illusion, there we go, of waters. And just use that to put it right in there, like so. By the way, I'm using my brand new camera and setup that Steve got me. I guess kind of for Christmas, but I don't really think it was for Christmas. But it might have been. Anyway, I don't care. I got it anyway. And I'm loving it. I'm learning, so please be patient with me as I learn how to zoom out and in and turn it off without bumping into everything, because I've done a couple and I had to give bloopers because I messed it up. Now, what I want to do here, let's see, let me think about this. I'm going to put this on here. So, what I need to do is to cut off the gray. See, I almost messed up and cut off the black, because I want the rim of my globe to be black. So I'm going to cut that off there, and I'm going to cut it off there. And then I will, let's see, where's my adhesive? I think I'll use the adhesive here. And then I'm going to line it up like so. There. And I'll use this for something else. 'Cause, now let me tell you about this paper. You can take your well, Diane Reverly's spray inks and put that on paper, and I smudged it up with paints, and I made my own little background paper, and I love this. So I will be using this at a later time, just not on this particular one. And then I'm going to bring this in, and I'm going to, I think what I want to do is I want to kind of add a little bit of distressed look to this world globe here a little bit. I don't know if I have enough ink left on my sponge or not, but let's just see if I can do it. I should have done it before I taped it down, but that's alright. Alright, so then I'm going to do that right there. You know what? It's not quite. Can you hear my dog in the background chewing on his bone? That's cracking me up. He is like loving that little bone. Okay, that looks better, I think. Yeah. Now, I think what I want to do is to put some foam dots there and call that a card. You mean the world to me. Now, what I might, oh, you know what might really look cool? Maybe I'll do that. Oh, yeah, let's do that. Why not? Okay, I think I will. Let's see if I like that. I think I do. What do you think? Oh, no, not so much. Okay, never mind. I'm not doing that. But I wonder if the gray one would look good. Probably not. Probably not, because then it would match the water part. Let's just look. You know, it's just paper. Well, maybe. Maybe, baby. Alright, so there you go. So, look at all this stuff. You have this stuff sitting around. If you don't have it, make sure to check over at CropStop, because there are a lot of things that are being clearanced out and things that are retiring, because, you know, January 2014 was the big CHA, and when they have that, then they start not, you know, putting out the stuff that we had or that we've been thinking about all this time that we wanted to get and we never did. So stop over to CropStop, make sure to tell them Peggy sent you, and check back. There's more to come. Bye.